Welcome to Influential Entrepreneurs, bringing you interviews with elite business leaders and experts, sharing tips and strategies for elevating your business to the next level. Here's your host, Mike Saunders.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Influential Entrepreneurs. This is Mike Saunders, the Authority Positioning Coach. Today we have with us Jared Curry, who's the CEO of six-figure agency Elite. Welcome to the program, Jared.
Thank you so much, Mike, for having me. Super excited to be here.
Hey, welcome. So I'm interested in hearing about your lessons you've learned and shortcuts you've discovered in growing agencies. So give us a little bit of background on your entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, of course. So I actually started when I was in my junior year of high school, and I saw these ads from Billy Willson, actually, and we'll touch more about him in a little bit. But I saw one of Billy's ads, and he was a college dropout. He had a 4.0 GPA, so he was a smart guy. And he dropped out of college, and he went viral all over the internet, all over the world, because he made a viral post about dropping out. And that's when I started following him. And then I saw more of his ads about how he was able to actually start and scale his own social media marketing agency around the age of 21 and build it up to a six-figure run rate. And he was able to build a six-figure income, a higher income, by the way, than what he would have graduated with college and the field that he was looking at going into. So that really inspired me, and I decided to invest in this program. I didn't have the money at the time, so I used OPM, aka my dad's money, to invest in the coaching program. I think it was like $600 at the time. And 12 months after investing in that, my agency actually hit the six-figure run rate, and I would say about 12 to 14 months after that, we actually hit the seven-figure run rate. So it's been an exciting journey.
Yeah, so with having that level of success early on, because normally you don't hit that until years or decades into, running a business, and you kind of went right from hearing about a neat idea and hitting it within 12 to 24 months. What are some of the shortcuts and tips that you learned that you can pass along that really helped you leapfrog some of the roadblocks that typically people will experience?
100%. The biggest thing is momentum, right? Because at the end of the day, Mike, I always tell people this, is for anyone else listening, the man who chases two rabbits catches none at the end of the day. So I needed to learn how to focus in my agency. I needed to learn how to focus on the one thing that was going to move the needle forward, and that was get appointments and close appointments. And that's something I didn't learn until, I would say, 10 months into the agency game. And once I figured that out, momentum kind of took over, and we started getting appointments left and right. We were charging lower ticket than my competition, $297, $397 a month just to get started, whereas my competition was charging, $3,000 a month. And we were doing that just to get momentum.
And in like the marketing, academic world, that is kind of called price skimming, where you're just kind of setting your pricing so you can skim some off the top and kind of get, like you said, that momentum. And at some point, depending on the profit margin of that, at some point it needs to be now, okay, hey, this is the beta. Hey, we're moving to our exclusive whatever, and the pricing needs to go up. Is that what you have seen, or do you keep that low kind of like low ticket offer to help get people through the door and then start building relationships?
You know what? I love that you just asked that, because I was talking to my coaching students about that yesterday. And yeah, we actually do what our competitors wouldn't do, and we would actually keep the price at that low price point. And that was because a lot of my low ticket clients in the beginning, they're the ones that referred us the business. They're the ones that gave us the testimonials that we needed, and we wanted to create and keep that strong relationship. And they took care of us. We took care of them, so they took care of us, and it worked really well for us.
Way back in the day, when I first started learning about marketing and online and taught myself how to code and build websites and do digital everything, there was this forum, and I really don't even know whether it's still around, but have you heard of the Warrior Forum?
I have not, actually. I can't say that I have.
It may still be there, but basically it was probably before even the full advent of Facebook, but an online forum where there was all these categories and hey, let's talk about this topic and that topic. But one of the things that they had was called a WSO, Warrior Special Offer. And I remembered so distinctly that it was so popular for people to, tell about this new thing that they learned, whatever that it was. And hey, I put this together in a 7-page PDF. You're going to learn all the tips in one compressed document. It's $7. And it was a WSO, special offer. Well, of course, just like you would expect that when you buy it, then they've got from the WSO, Warrior Special Offer, goes an OTO, one-time offer. But it really wasn't a one-time offer. It was, just the first one-time offer. So, you would end up spending $30, $40, $50 because it's like, ooh, and I need that too. So talk a little bit about easing people into your methodology and your products through lower ticket offers like that, so that they get a taste of what you do, they get a taste of the maybe results in advance before they start considering a deeper investment with you.
Great question, and that's the exact same strategy that we're using at Scope to this, like right now, where we have that lower ticket offer, like I was talking about, that's allowed us to liquidate our ad spend, which is bringing our customer acquisition cost to zero for our core offer. So I just got off of a strategy meeting actually with my team about a new low ticket offer that we're going to be running for our coaching program actually. And the biggest thing is, how much value can you provide in the front end? And my team was just saying, Jared, how much should we actually give away? Because we don't want to give them everything, and then they have no reason to ascend into our higher ticket programs. And you know what I said? I said, at the end of the day, people always want what's new. They want the newest information, and they want the full thing. They want the whole picture. So we actually gave people everything. In the new low-ticket offer that we're going to be launching, we're giving people access to all of the value, all the content that we have, because they're going to see, wow, if this is so valuable, if this $97 product that I'm buying right now, is this valuable? Imagine what their higher ticket program is going to be like. So that's kind of how we structured it, and we allow our customers to become the raving fans, and we allow our customers to sell themselves into our program.
Yeah, and I think that once you can start getting some small wins, that gives you motivation to take the next step and the next step. Whereas if you just saw the full-on offer, you would immediately feel like, oh, I don't know, that's a big investment. But kind of like the concept of the frog in the water, you slowly turn up the heat, and they end up boiling because they really don't feel the dramatic change.
100%. I love that analogy.
So what are you finding as these days with attention? I feel like, you read these articles about we all get 50,000, marketing messages a day, 30,000, whatever the number is, it's staggering. So how do you cut through the clutter to get someone's attention that is your true target audience with an offer that is interesting?
I'm huge on, the irresistible offer. And I think we have to give credit to Russell Brunson, a lot of credit to Russell Brunson, at least in our agency, on how we've crafted our irresistible offer. For example, we work with e-com brands. So we guarantee a 1.2x or 120% return on ad spend. So for every dollar they put in, they're going to get $1.20, or they don't pay us. So that irresistible offer itself has allowed us to scale significantly. And on top of that, with our own coaching program, we actually guarantee 6 new agency clients. And that offer is having people flocking to our DMs, flocking through our funnel process, and everyone is signing up. So I really am a big believer in making sure that you have a solid offer, and then on top of that, videos. Facebook, still to this day, even if you're listening in and you're thinking, but Jared, my ad accounts keep getting disabled. Yeah, I understand. Facebook to this day is still one of the best platforms out there. They just have more data than everyone else, and they're allowing us to leverage the data that they do have more than most other platforms. So with Facebook, what we found to really, really work is just videos and content. Content is so, so crucial, and people do not focus enough on content. And for example, one of the videos that we have running for our ads, I went skydiving. And keep in mind, Mike, I have a fear of heights. So I jumped out of a plane, and we made that into an ad. And that video just crushes it. And just we have so many other videos. We have a video with a flamethrower that we're going to be running. And we just focus so much time and energy on investing back into content strategy and video production. I mean, we have our own videographer that we pay on retainer. So I think that's a big focus to get people's attention and stop having your ads look like everyone else. Stop having your
and add to that, you better have good foundational content behind that, because there's nothing worse than that cool ad that catches your attention, and then you click on it and you get to something, where maybe it's the piece of content or the low ticket offer, and you get it and you kind of roll your eyes going, that's just, not what I was looking for. So on the other hand, let's say that you have this killer content, wonderful teaching, and the ad doesn't catch attention, then the content doesn't do anything for you. So talk a little bit about making sure that there's continuity between catching someone's attention with the ad and then making sure that what you deliver to them is substantial.
So if just so I'm not mistaken, you're trying to make sure that the fulfillment is aligned with the quality of marketing that you're using to promote the actual product.
Yes.
I'll be extremely honest, and I think as entrepreneurs, a lot of us will go through this. And I know in our agency, our sales department, and I'm ashamed of this, but our sales department was light years ahead of our fulfillment team. And now we're changing that. We're fixing that. And I can gladly say that my leadership team has taken phenomenal steps to ensure that they're aligned. And no one department is better off than the other, meaning the sales department isn't producing more than what the fulfillment team can even handle. So I think as entrepreneurs, we have to sometimes remember that even though revenue may be stagnant if you start focusing more on fulfillment than sales, at the end of the day, the long-term effect, because there's no such thing as instant gratification, the long-term effect is going to be that you're going to create a raving customer, your lifetime value is going to increase, and that short-term effect of having a lower revenue, lower margins is going to be peanuts compared to what you're going to create by creating a raving customer. They're going to bring the revenue right back in, tenfold.
Yep, exactly. And let's kind of wrap up with this point or this question, which is, let's talk about starting/scaling that digital agency, because I feel like there's a lot of people that might be going, you know what, I'm tired of my day job, whatever that might be, and I keep hearing about side hustle. And gone are the days where you need to quit one job and launch a business by investing huge money. There's so many things that you can do, digital, online, virtual, for that side hustle. So what would you advise someone thinking about creating that revenue stream on the side to see where that goes and scale from there?
Great question. And, I might be a little biased, but at the end of the day, I have my own e-com store. Actually, I've dabbled into Amazon automation, into wholesale real estate. I've looked into all of these different industries, and at the end of the day, the one that I've had the most success with is creating a social media marketing agency. And there's so many benefits to it. You're not just helping other businesses grow, because I do believe small businesses are the backbone to our economy. So that's a massive value add to actually wanting to get started. But on top of that, it's extremely scalable. You don't need the capital that you need in all these other businesses to get started in social media marketing. All you need is internet and your phone. And you can get going, and you can create a 6-figure business out of it. And it teaches you so many skills. I think it makes you a really
of what
strong
to do, which that's where you guys come in.
100%. Really quick, one last thing to add on to that is you learn so many principal skills that you need to know in business, such as sales, marketing, copywriting, customer service. So you learn all of the key components to a successful business with this one industry.
And I feel like too, and I was listening to, I'm pretty sure that you guys use ClickFunnels. I was listening to Russell Brunson's latest episode of Marketing Secrets just this week, and he made a comment that when he started, he was such a student of the business that he was testing this certain landing page and just changed the color. And the color, the background color of this landing page, A/B tested, and all of a sudden the conversions skyrocketed to where it increased their income by 20% that period or that month or whatever it was. And I think that that's another thing to keep in mind, which is, yes, there's a train track to run on and a template and what you guys can teach people, but there's room for creativity and room for testing and improving from that spot.
Yeah. You can copy and paste your way to six figures, but you can't copy and paste your way to seven figures and beyond.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's what I always say.
Jared, let's wrap up with if people are listening to this thinking, how could I learn more about what you guys have going on at Six Figure Agency Elite? What's the best way that people could reach out and connect with you?
Yeah, so I'm just a normal person. So you can feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at official Jared, Jared, Curry, Curry. Go ahead, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Or go ahead, if you want some more free value, you can just look up Billy Willson on YouTube and engage in some of our content.
Awesome. Well, Jared, thank you so much for coming on today. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you as well, Mike.
You've been listening to Influential Entrepreneurs with Mike Saunders. To learn more about the resources mentioned on today's show or listen to past episodes, visit www.influentialentrepreneursradio.com.